Minecraft itself or something else. Look. And then it works. That's interesting. It's also probably almost impossible to reproduce. It might be an actual bug in Minecraft, but it might not be reproducible easily, because that's the first time I've ever seen it happen. And that's a graphical glitch, because when I punch it, you see the particles falling off, so the block's actually there, it's just not rendering. So that's not actually the problem. But before, when I was punching the blocks, like there's no particles falling off it, so the cobblestone was actually not there. So anyway. Whoa, hey, what? Okay, please don't fall the other side this time. Thanks. Well, the thing is, that's off. That's off, and that's off. So when I punch it, it shouldn't move at all, and it dropped down again. So when I put a torch there, oh, I see, it flashes on when I put the torch down, and then maybe it's just doing it a little bit too fast. Maybe the torch is moving faster than the pistons or something. Or the signal is moving faster than the pistons. So it won't do that normally. It's only because we have this vertical redstone tower thing going on. And I'm putting down a torch right at... Where did it go? Anyway, I won't... Here it is. Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem. It's just because of the redstone tower, and I think it's just because of the redstone tower. So anyway, I guess I'll keep working on this, and next up we should have dug our way through the hill, and the falling trap should be functional. I'm still a little bit sad that the Enderman spawn rate is so low. Yeah. See that's supposed to be off, but when I put it down, it'll flash on just for a little bit, and I guess that's faster than a normal tick or a normal cycle in redstone. Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem. Alright, I guess I'll come back when I've dug my way through this hill here. Alright, so the monster grinder, what was I gonna call this again? The mob trap, EXP trap, something like that. It's looking like that at the moment. I don't actually think it's changed since the last video segment. I mean, this is actually taking quite a long time to build. Not only is it fairly complicated, but I'm also kind of busy with other things, so I'm not actually continuously building. This thing, I'll come back to this. So yeah, there's a hole in the cliff face. It's obviously not going to end up like this, but just for now we're going to go in here, and we have the drop. So the enemies would drop down, well, not the enemies, I guess, the victims. The various mobs would drop down, and at the bottom we have that. So where that cobblestone is, so just underneath that cobblestone is the 22 blocks that we need to drop them in order to leave the mobs with 1 heart remaining, 1 heart of health remaining. And then underneath there's a space for the contraption outside, which is that piston thing outside, and I'll show you how that works as well. Let's see, let's just get the torch, the redstone torch. So here we have a bunch of pistons, If we knock this out, they all retract, and if we power that back up, they all extend. So basically this moves up and down, and above this I'm going to put sand. It's going to be, so it'll be flat sand just above the pistons, and obviously all this stuff will be filled in with the sand. And I need to do this with the pistons because you can't actually have pistons facing up and have power connected to all of them at once like this. I don't think it's possible. I'm pretty sure it's not. Like if they're facing down, you can power them from above and have the redstone above that, or like the redstone dust. But if you're powering them from below, like you can't stick. Like the redstone won't power the block above it like this. That won't power this. So you can't transfer power upwards as easily anyway. So as you can see, the power comes in here, and they all point into these blocks, and these blocks power those pistons. These ones go into these blocks here, and they power those two pistons, and so on and so forth. And that mechanism, the point of that is, if we remember see that? So there's the kill mode and the EXP mode. So if you retract them by one block, then all the mobs falling down will fall to their deaths and they will die. But if you extend them up, then they won't die. They'll just survive, and you can punch them for the EXP. So that's the purpose of that. And as you can imagine, I'm going to have to rebuild that contraption in here. So the sand will be there, the highest pistons will be 2 blocks below that, so that when it extends up and pushes the sand up, then it's the EXP mode, or the EXP farm mode, and then if you retract them down, then it's the kill mode, like that. And there's enough space in there for that mechanism outside. So that's basically the progress so far. Not too much progress since the last thing. I just dug the what would you call it? Like I hollowed the thing, the hole, through the mountain, or through the hill, and that's inside here. Let's see if we can just peek in a little bit. So that's that there. If we fall down, we'll die right now because I've excavated a little bit underneath for the mechanism, so it's actually, it will kill at this height. And this stuff I've shown you before, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have. I can't even remember. So that's all still the same. Water pushing mobs down 4 levels, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then into the mob trap. So yeah, I guess I'll build that inside, and then it'll work. Like once I've done that, the thing will be functional, mostly. After that, I'll have to connect up the redstone circuits into like a little central control chamber of some sort, a control room, and I have to, underneath here there's this. Obviously right now the mobs, if we just let them fall through, they just wander around out here, so I need to have a space to contain them. And probably like lead them into a little obsidian like corner where I can punch them, and if the skeletons shoot the creepers, or the creepers explode on me, then it's obsidian and it's mostly safe. So yeah, so that's that. So spawning rooms, that's done. Those are almost done. I'm building that, so that's will become afterwards, the safe punching room. And then after that, just to make it look pretty. I mean, I don't know if I want to keep it like that, like a cobblestone tower. Maybe I'll make it look a little better. So yeah, a little bit more work to do, and I guess I'll get back to it. Alright, so as you can see, the pistons are gone, because I don't actually have that many pistons, so I remove those and put them under here. So there's sand there at the moment, and then underneath, as you can see, I have rebuilt the circuitry and all the pistons, and I actually haven't tested it yet, so let's do that right now. So if we remove the power, then all of those pistons retract, and this here moves down one block. So if you remember, that cobblestone was, at sand before, and now it's one block above the sand. And then if we replace that, and all of that moves back up. So, two things for the immediate future is how do we do maybe I should just keep it simple. I was thinking I was gonna have water flushing the place, but I'm thinking maybe I won't. Just because it's not necessary to have water flushing the place, and maybe it's too complicated anyway. So we'll need one lever for this, one lever for opening that, and then another lever for the Enderman flushing. Not the flushing, but the crushing trap for the Enderman and the flushing of the top floor. I think I'll combine those two into a single circuit. So the pistons will crush down on the Enderman, and then after there's enough time to kill all the Endermen, then the water will flush through. And then when you turn the lever back off, then the water will stop and the thing will open right away. So I'll need quite a bit of space for that circuit, I think, because you need a huge delay circuit to make sure there's enough time between the pistons activating to kill the Enderman and having the water come down. I'm not sure if I should go up there and explain it to you, just in case it's not entirely clear what's going on. Anyway, so there's going to be 3 levers. There's going to be the main pit where the monsters or the mobs fall down and then get injured. And there's going to be a little space for us to punch the enemies to death. There'll have to be an entryway into that chamber to collect any drops that might collect inside. Yeah, and I'll keep it fairly small and fairly simple, I believe. I think that's the best way to go about it. Anyway, what was I saying before? The Enderman Crusher, which is up here. So at the moment it's activated. So I want these pistons, or rather, these 2 circuits to be on the same thing. So this will activate, and then I don't know how long it takes to kill Enderman. I need to figure that out. So maybe like 10 or 15 or 20 seconds later, then the other one activates and the water comes down. And the water will go down the center and flush the top floor. So any non-Enderman mobs and any Ender pearls that are up there will be flushed down into the bottom. Yeah, that's basically it. And obviously you can't have the water touching the Enderman, so you have to kill the Enderman before the water comes down. Anyway, that's tough for me to figure out, and this hill is plenty big enough to hide all the circuitry. I'll just put the circuits in the room, like inside there. And before we end this little segment, let's just test this. There we go, so we have 1 heart left. And that's just right. I don't know if you want to see me kill myself if I retract that. I'm pretty sure I'll die if I retract that and fall down, but I guess we can double check just for the heck of it. And yeah, let's do that, why not? We just heal back up and we'll climb back up as well. And yeah, just double check that. Well, actually we should check it too, because we do want to make sure that the monsters will die if they fall. You know, it won't be good if we have it in the kill mode and then the monsters don't actually die. So 2 more hearts, heal back up, and then we'll test it out. I can demolish that now. I don't really need that anymore. Everything that's there is rebuilt here already. Alright, so this time I should die. Yeah, there we go. So yes, just like that. So in the XP mode, a kill mode. Yeah, so I'll keep building, as I always do. I'll keep building the kill chamber, the levers, the circuitry, and then it will be complete aside from the decorative elements. And I guess, you know, closing up those openings, hiding the circuitry, all that stuff, and maybe having something outside here to make it look a little bit better than just that. Although, you know, maybe